Hello snowboarders of the internet, I'm your host Avran LeFeber, and in this video we're going to be reviewing the Nitro T1. That's right, the legacy of brutality continues. Let's dive right into this. This board features Nitro's cam out camber profile, which is basically traditional camber till right before the contact points. Then you get a little bit of rocker out there, basically gives it just a little bit of upkick in the tip and the tail, which helps with the ease of entry in and out of turns, presses on rails and boxes, plus buttering. And if you did decide to ride this thing in POW, it would give you a little bit better powder float. This board is available in 149, 152, 155, 158, 152 wide, 155 wide, and 158 wide. I rode this board at Copper Mountain on a day that was sunny bluebird, cooler temps, little bit of wind, firm, fast, low tide snow, so, corduroy that had chunder pockets in it and ice, and I rode it with my Rome Black Label bindings and my K2 Thraxis boots. This board has that middle of the road predictable park flex, so you know what I'm about to say. Softer in the tips, slightly stiffer through the middle with a lot of torsional flex, much like how a lot of other park boards are. With that said, this board is still stable. You do get chatter out in the tip and the tail, and it does slightly resonate back underfoot in rutted out terrain. It bends and flexes with every contour, so you do stay on top of it. Just keep your knees bent. Overall, it's a twin park board. What more can you expect from it? When it comes to the snap of this board, it does more than get the job done. It'll get you up, on, or over anything in your path. That camber section is easy to engage just due to the flex, and it actuates that small rocker zone, which just gives it a little bit more of a springboard effect to it. You want to pop off a roller? Go for it. Ollie a slow sign? Definitely. Gonna get up on that urban rail? You got this. When it comes to jumps, fully at home there as well. It'll pop off the lip with ease. It's stable in the landing. Basically, it feels like riding traditional camber with just a slightly lessened contact point, so it brings it in a little bit more. Overall, snappy where you need it to be. Predictable. It feels like you've ridden this thing for 100 days. When it comes to buttering on this board, you do have that micro rocker section in the tip and the tail, and where the camber meets it, that's the sweet spot you want to get on. It's easy to get your weight out over, and it locks in and you're swiveling and sizzling. It's got just the right amount of spring that it doesn't fight you, so you can pop in and out of a butter, and the same can be said with jibbing. This board is fully at home on rails. It shines right there. It locks into nose and tail presses. When it gets sideways, it hugs perfectly and cradles the feature. You feel locked in. You still have that spring to pop off the end of the feature. You can bonk, tap, do whatever. Overall, this is just a blast of a board to ride in the park. So it's a twin park board with a middle of the road flex. Are you gonna rail Euro carves with it all day? No, hell no, you're not. That's where it has the most problems. But short, tight, quick setup turns going into a feature, mellow carves where you're just sort of rooping around the resort or in the park going from one side to the other to get to the features you want to, it's fine. It feels stable on edge. It cuts through the snow. You can center flex it and slingshot a turn when you absolutely need to, but overall, it's great for what it is. You don't have to worry about it. It feels very predictable on edge. So who's this board for? The camber lover that wants a little bit more play in the tip and the tail. Someone that's just gonna ride the whole park and dominate it. I was trying to remember the last time I rode a T1, and I honestly can't because I think it's been forever ago. I was probably in my 20s. With that said, this board is absolutely phenomenal. It's got snap where you want it. It's playful where you need it. It's a good, well-balanced park board. You got the rail killer edge in there, so it's a thicker rail in there, so you don't have to worry about cracking it on any feature. This is just a really, really good board, and it's great to see the T1 is still in Nitro's line. Comparable boards: the Battalion Disaster, the Capita Indoor Survival, the Marhar Dark Side. This has been my review of the Nitro T1. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you own one? Are you going to buy one? Leave me a comment down below. Let's have a conversation about this snowboard. If you're new here, remember to subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of the videos we got coming out for all you snowboarders of the internet. And if you really like what we're doing over here and you want to support us, swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP. I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. As always, I've been your host, Avran LeFeber, and I'll see you in another video.